The White Wolf and the Moon Goddess are a Finnish story. Once upon a time, in a large forest in Finland, there lived a wolf with white fur. The wolf, unlike ordinary wolves, had mystical powers. His name is Huo. It was said that Huo was born under the light of the moon and was believed to be specially protected and guided by the moon goddess. One night, in the moonlight, Huo met a beautiful woman. She shone like the light of the moon, and her eyes had a deep blue color. She was called the goddess of the moon, Yuri. "Hello, White Wolf." Yuri smiled gently and said, "I heard that you have special powers, but now a great test is about to come to you." Huo was a little surprised, but he replied bravely, "I will overcome any trial." Yuri began to speak slowly. "My moonlight illuminates all of this forest, but lately darkness has spread in the forest, making the nights terrifying, due to the curse cast by the dark spirits. To break this curse, you must obtain tears of the moon. But the tears of the moon only exist in dangerous places, on the top of the highest mountain in heaven." Huo thought deeply, but quickly made up his mind. "I will go. I will definitely get the tears of the moon and save this forest." The moon goddess nodded silently. "I knew you had the courage to do that." That night, under the moonlight, Huo headed for the steep mountains. The mountain road was steep and the rocks were rugged, making it difficult to walk, but Huo did not give up and continued to move on. On the way, a thick fog gathered and the path was not visible, but the moonlight guided the Huo. After walking for many days, Huo finally reached the top of the mountain. There, a beautiful sparkling lake stretched out, with a crystal-like gemstone called Tears of the Moon, quietly floating in its center. However, there were terrifying dark spirits wriggling around it. Huo was not afraid and approached the lake. The dark spirits tried to stop Huo, but Huo believed in the light of the moon and confronted them with the strong will within him. Amazed by his courage, the spirits finally decided to let him through. Huo carefully picked up the tears of the moon and began to go down the mountain again. On the way back, the dark spirits no longer attacked Huo. The light of the moon gradually shone stronger and began to illuminate the forest. Huo, who came down the mountain, gave the moon goddess Yuri tears of the moon. When Yuri received it, he bowed deeply and said, "Your courage and selflessness saved this forest. Thank you, Huo." And Yuri released tears of the moon into the sky. At that moment, a big moon shone in the sky, and the darkness in the forest disappeared completely, and everything was enveloped in light. Now, the forest has also regained peace. Yuri said with a gentle smile, "You have become my faithful messenger." Huo nodded proudly. His courage and kindness allowed him to break the curse that could not be lifted even with the power of the moon goddess and protect the forest forever. And while being guided by the moonlight, Huo continued to play a new role as the guardian of the forest. That's it.